Let's just get him run up there if we can. Come on, boy.
Dangerous, was it?
Oh, dangerous, this one, yeah.
Ah,
Makes you itch.
itch.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's not the itching I'd be worried about.
He's not going to run up there.
Dying I don't like.
Kannada, Hedjarle.
Hedjali.
Yeah.
Spider Hedjali.
What's his Latin name, Bazza?
Right, you saw that, me also.
Yeah. Lovely jubbly, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Thank you, Master Raju. Well done, mate. Well, here we are. Andy with his first fish, first big fish of the trip, weighing in at a cool 86 pounds. I'm catching tiddlers up to now, Stu, and this
Yeah.
could have eaten any of them.
We call him Sholy Cowley up to now, but now he's blown that myth away. All the guides are happy as well. Right into the mouth.
It's a very happy,
It's a very, very big fish. Whoops,
very
very lively.
angler.
Superb
Raju's
fish.
fairly chuffed as well.
Absolutely spot on.
Fantastic fish. Caught right outside camp.
Right outside, no need to go up into the rapids.
This way. Yes.
That's it. I'm going to see if I can do a shot into the, show you how big these mahseer's mouths are. Hold it steady hand if you can.
Yep, you go.
Oh yeah,
How's that?
that is a lovely shot.
Hell of a fish.
Super job.
Hell of a fish.
Very, very good.
Nice stand-up fight as well.
Yeah, Stanley, he fought the whole thing from start to finish from a rock. No need for the boat, nothing like that. No need for the boat.
I think I'd have got in the boat if I'd known how big it was.
Yeah, he didn't realise how big it was the first run. It hammered off and then played quite reasonable, quite fair up to then, and then went mad just at the end.
One more look then, Stu.
Yeah, lift it up hand. There we go, look at that, all you guys.
Beautiful.
Super,
Thanks a lot, Stu.
wonderful. Say bye bye for now.
Me and Stuart sat on Crocodile Rock fishing. Stuart had a 37.5 here a few days ago, and we had to kick a couple of crocs off to come and sit on it then. But there's a real big croc over there at the moment. And there's Stuart. Nice warm day today. Can hear you, Stu.
We had a croc right out here, just about 15 yards out from the bank earlier on.
Yeah.
But a small one, only about a 12 footer. Only a 12 footer.
Well, I expect he'll be back to see us later.
So he will, Andy.
See, Morgan's using the 2-rod method here.
2 rods is normal.
All he's lacking is optonics and a bivvy.
Sleds, fully optonic, a bit of JB mix on the end of bait.
That's right, the old JB mix is scoring well here.
White, because we're only into the holiday a couple of days, but look at this, we're going to turn brown within the 3 weeks.
Yeah, gonna get a good tan.
With silly hats as well.
Have a tan almost as good as Chico's there. He's all chilled out in the background there.
Chilled out. Morning, Joe. Thinking about you at home, of course. Missing you every minute.
Oh yeah.
Totally genuine.
I had an 86 pounder last night, so I'm well chilled.
Mere 86.
A mere 86, that's right, Stu. Only a tiddler. Monkeys have been very active on the opposite bank.
I'm disappointed we've yet to see an elephant.
Yeah, we haven't seen an elephant. We heard one when we were sat on here a few days ago. We actually heard one, and we were convinced it was going to appear, but unfortunately it didn't.
Dave's the only one lucky enough to see one, big tusker.
Yeah. There's a couple of the lads down there.
Big.
Well, I don't know how well you can see them, but some little Indian tern chicks, which, considering this is Crocodile Rock, you think that would be a pretty risky place to have a nest and babies, but there they are. I thought there was a nest down there because the parents have been repeatedly coming down, landing there, so I thought something was there. But they're so well camouflaged, they're difficult to see. There's Mum. There goes Mike, Phil and Bowler. They were fishing down below us, and now they've had enough. They just can't take the pressure. So they're off to try and find some fish elsewhere. Mummy turns sat there with the chicks at the moment. Every now and again she goes in and wets her chest and then comes back, wets the chicks down. Chick actually went too close just now and got dive bombed, so I didn't want to do the same and upset them.
Well, this is the camp. This is Stewie's tent. My girlfriend for the next 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
The lovely, lovely Jenny Powell. She's going to stay with me in my tent for the next 3 weeks. As you can see, my Deju Desres abode is as tidy as ever. Shorts, t-shirts, neatly ironed, hung up. Yeah, all the food, all the crap, everything else, all in this place of little mozzie netted scorpion infested tent. But we're having fun.
And we're going to say happy birthday to Amanda, aren't we, Stuart?
Happy birthday, Amanda. At the time we're a bit late, but we did say when we were stuck on the rock this morning, happy birthday, Amanda. I believe it was about 8 o'clock your time.
Just to prove that we are thinking about her all this way, halfway across the world.
We're missing the girls very much. No, seriously, time's going by too fast. It's now the 9th, and we've caught a few big fish.
But we haven't finished yet, have we, Stu?
We haven't finished our suntans
The
yet.
job's not quite done.
No, the suntans aren't yet complete.
2 weeks and a day or two to do it.
It's a bum job, and I'm going to have to say I think I might have to go fishing today and tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
We're stuck for things to do in this hotel. There's no facilities, we just have to fish.
It's a praying mantis. Pretty little thing. About 2 inches long. I found it in my tent. I'm just going to release it now after getting a little bit of film. Interesting creature.
Right then, folks. Andy's into a fish. We were up to our chests in water and fishing with a live bait, and Andy had a thumping take. It's taking him way down the river. Try and get a good vantage point. There's our guide. He's just crossed over and swam across the rapids. He's come all the way down, fighting really hard, screaming run. And there's Andy and Dave doing the business. That fish goes down through those rapids, with Andy not being self-admittedly the 100% swimmer that he'd like to be. He's a dead man. Hope he doesn't hear that. Doing a cracking job. I'll see if I can get closer in a minute, and then we'll see if we can get some good footage and hopefully get this fish in. Come back to you shortly. Well, folks, that's where we were stood there out in those rapids there, and Andy's fish has just come down through here, which is strong water. Andy's had to swim down here with Dave towing him behind, down across through these rapids. He then made it onto these rocks, up onto here, and that's currently the state of play. Gridlocked with what looks like a nice fish. He's got to heave it back up, and the big uns tend just to hold station right out in that flow somewhere. This bit of river we're looking at now is called the Chute, for obvious reasons, but you just don't swim down through it and come out alive, so you've got to do everything you can to hold that fish and go down on the rocks. Right, what we're going to do, Andy's got it caught round a rock. He's going to basically throw a spinner across. There goes Andy's rod, and the guide is going to pull the rod across the river. This is how we treat our tackle out in India. He pulls like crazy on the line. You hope the rod doesn't snag up at the end of the day. There's the rod going across the rocks. Hey, we treat our tackle good out here. Now he's got the rod stuck on the rock.
That's what we want, Stu.
This is just what we need when Andy's got a fish round the rocks. Looks like he's going to have to swim out. You're going to see this in action now. This couldn't be better. These Indian guides are just so willing to swim out and do anything just to blooming release a lure. You see the current that we're talking about. Really strong, pushing through. He's obviously trying to get to that rod, which he's about to do. Rod's sunk at the moment. You didn't want that rod anyway, did you? Here we are, he's got it. He's got the rod. What he's going to attempt to do now is he's going to get a spinner and he's going to cast across to this side, hook the line and try and pull it from another angle with a spinner to retrieve it. Things aren't going to plan at the moment. Things are not going to plan.
That's it. It's not over until the fat lady says.
Nice one. Meanwhile, Andy just has to sit there and wait, helpless, and hope the fish doesn't get off. Where's the fish, Andy? Whereabouts is the fish? Fish is actually just taking some advice from Dave. See that rock over there? The fish has gone round that rock there, through that gap, and attempt to go down onto the chute down over there. What he's got to do is try and cast the line over it and see if we can pull it up through that gap with another rod. As you can see, the guide's doing his best to get back. Unfortunately, the spinner that he had in his hand is now caught on the rocks, and that's why he couldn't get it back. Just trying to free that now. Spinner's caught down there, you can see. This is a tense moment. Going to get angry with it now. There we are, he's got the spinner. So, he's got the spinner, watch what happens. There's the spinner. There's the spinner down there now, come across onto our bank. Dave picks the spinner and the lure. Andy's got to go underneath. See that way the line is now crossed over. Dave grabs the line, hooks the spinner on. The guide tightens up the tackle. He's going to let it go. There it goes. There it goes. Andy's paying out line, I'm not sure whether you can hear it. See that line there in the plug? Right up to the top. The Indian guide now, Bazaraju, his name. Baza, he's got the plug, he's now got the line. Now he's in prime position to try and free up this fish. Pretty laid back guy, isn't he? Seeing as we got a big fish on. There we are, he's pulling away. It's a bit windy, it's hard to keep the camera still. Sorry about this, folks. I'm trying to balance one-footed on a rock here with Andy's camera. I don't really want to drop it and get it wet. But water all around me. He's indicating to hold on because the fish is still locked. The line is trapped well and truly in there, still in his hand, so he'll give the indication when he feels the fish pull and the fish is free. Go, go, go! The fish is free. Dave's winding like mad now. Got to catch up on that fish as soon as he can. He's back in direct contact and Andy's back in with the fish. This is brilliant stuff. This is really good kit. Back in. That's exactly how it should work to plan. Now the fish is in by these rapids down here somewhere. Fish is out there holding its own. This could be a real good one. This looks like it's got the hallmarks of a good fish. This is what we come to India for. This is what it's all about. Bazarach's just indicated he's seen the fish from the far bank, and it's a real big one. It's a big fish. Everyone's getting a bit excited now because he's giving this fish some real jip. This fish has been on now for over 15 minutes. When these fish get caught in these rapids, that's just about it. See this there? It's just snipped a briar kite while the fight. Distracted just to see this other bird come down and swoop a big thing from the couple of kites and vultures around hunting. I'll go back. This is a big fish. It's not a tiddler. Dave's getting ready to do the action, do the business. We've got to play this ultra careful now. This is a good thing, good fish. Got to be very careful this fish doesn't smash him on the rocks now. Keep it going, Andy. Good stuff, mate. When these babies go, they just go. Dave's doing the commentary now. Here it comes. This fish is going to show any second. I'm trying to hunt desperately around, trying to find the fish for you. God, this fish is putting up a good fight. This is mahseer fishing. There it is. There she blows. Look at that mouth. Big fish. Dave's going to do the business with a stringer. Yeah!
What up,
Just
Buzzer?
loops it through. One word from Andy. The business. Done it again. Andy's already had an 80, so he's spoilt for choice now. How big do you think, Dave?
11
£11 we've just been advised. Look at that.
Postcard.
That's the usual committal result from Dave. That's a big fish. That's the fish stringered up. Pretty hard on the surf. Stringer straight through the gill and out through the mouth.
20 minutes.
20-minute fight. It's all finished. If I could just, Andy, can you step aside just a sec? There we go.
Serious big fish.
Serious big fish. Lovely. Let's get it weighed and I'll come back to you when it's weighed. Everybody's happy. He's had his part to play in the whole thing. It's great fun. He's a bit precarious. They've got to hold this fish. Look at the tension on their faces. Got to get this fish across into the pool. We're worried that if we let it go, it'll go down into the rapids and then not recover. So, you know, there it is. What we go through for these fish, eh? Gently let it in there. And now we can walk it up, back up to where we were fishing, which is right over there. Just going to bring the rod back across now. Throwing the spinner across to Dave here. Cast it across from there. Tighten up. There's the rod. There's the rod coming across. Dave pulls like hell now. As you see. There's our masterpieces, expensive rods being skimmed across the surface. Job done.
I've just had my second tremendous fish of the trip. I caught an 86 earlier in the week, and I just had another huge fish, which is probably over 70. And Dave and Stu have just gone back out, and immediately, first cast, Stu just had a belting bite, but unfortunately he's missed it. So he's just cast out again, and I'm just having a look to see if he's actually going to get another one. Poised, ready for action. There's a fish out there, we know there's a fish there. So there's every chance that he's going to get a hit now. No good that cast, so we're going to see what happens now. The chilwell, they often take the bait as soon as it hits the bottom, as soon as it goes near the fish. So it could go now. You can just about see the fish sat down, having a good rest. So we'll leave her for about an hour, let her get well rested, then we'll get some pictures.
Just doing the weighing procedure now, in the big sling. He's going to hoof that above his head with the scales on and we'll get the final reading. I've guessed it as 79, but I'm expect I'm a world apart.
Right, let go.
What's it go, Dave?
82.
82 pounds. And 82 for Andy.
82. Alright. 82.
82 it is. Just see that fish there. Just holding its own. Just resting it now.
There's
What a shot.
The white mark needs to be the top. Right, so
Do you want to lift it, Baz? Do you want to lift it up? Just get Baz and see if he can
it's a split
lift
image
this up.
focus, so just get it tight on.
Yeah,
I'm on a
pictures also.
There we
polarising
go.
filter, so it's only a 58
82 pounds of gorgeous mahseer. Super job. Comes all this way and this is what it's all about.
Thanks to Dave.
This is
Once
the
again.
fish. This is the fish that you saw on the fight. Looking down from where we showed you down to the rapids. Only got snagged up once, but look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Hold it there, Andy. Let's go zooming into that mouth. That's what it's all about. That's where it all happens.
Beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
Business end.
Beautiful.
Super duper fish. Like swimming with the dolphins.
Next instalment, Stuart gets a 90.
Alright.
Rocket Panther track pool, which we might be renaming because old Nelly the elephant has been down here. Left a set of prints. That's about 13 inches across and it's fresh. It disappears on up that way. There's a lone tusker which has been named Dennis the Menace, so we might see it tonight. Hopefully not too close. Here we are on the wall. The evening session. Stuart's fishing down here. Dave's watching. I'm not getting a rod out just yet. Just had an 82 earlier today, so I'm quite happy with that at the moment. A couple of the other lads are over there on Mushliala Centre Rock. That's Bola with John and Nigel. There we are, barbel angling abroad. And Dave's keeping a lookout for Nelly. Morgan, elephant dung, Elephant dung, Morgan. This man's got a bottle.
No, I'll take a picture of that one, Bowler.
Take a picture.
Yeah, that's mine. I want to take a picture first of that one.
Okay.
That's nice. How big was that? 27.5, Phil?
Yeah.
And the other one, how much was the silver?
12, wasn't it?
12. Okay. This is butter up the tree.
Oh, you're right, Dave, I did.
Fruit and bananas. Dave, how ripe would you say he is? Dave, how ripe is bowler there?
40 feet.
40 feet.
I'm in camp and this is a Brahmani kite. It's right outside my tent. I picked something up just now and was eating it, but I don't know what it was.
8 and 9, 3 people, yeah?
Yeah. Pick it up. Turn up to the kid.
Phil's just had the 28-pound golden on a spoon from the rapids here at Mashala.
What's it all about?
Nice fish.
Who's the job?
And a good scrap.
Is that the bait, yeah?
It's nice to see.
Got it.
Hi Stu. Fishing up at Kengal Pool again. They've just moved down to the spot where I had my 82, or hooked the 82 a few days ago. This is the first cast into that spot, so I'll just keep the camera on the rod for a minute, see if they get a pull. It's been a very poor trip so far as regards the quality of the fishing. There's, in the whole trip, the couple of months that Dave's been out here, there's only been 4 80s caught, but there's been a huge number of big fish lost, over 40 fish lost. So chances are there would have been a lot more of that sort of quality fish if they hadn't been lost in the first place. I've actually had 2 80s, so I've been particularly greedy. In my opinion, it's just desserts because I had 4 fishing on the first trip, but that's fishing, that's the way it goes. We've got 2 weeks left, so there's loads of time for everybody to catch a big one. Martin and Mike are arriving today, so there is a little bit more fishing pressure, but at the end of the day there's loads of river here, so it's not a problem. Sat on croc rocks again. There's a croc. And there's Stuart, looking very nervous.
The wheel is at home in the filing cabinet.
What's that, Stu, your will?
The insurance policies are there too if you look closely.
Oh, you're all sorted out then, are you?
Yeah, totally covered.
Dave's doing his professional guide bit. Very laid back.
I'll tell you what, this is stressful.
It's stressful, is it, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be for you, Dave, yeah.
I think Stuart's looking pretty stressed out there, actually.
Apprehensive to work, like a coiled spring.
Zebedee.
Yeah. The ammunition I've got is a ball of ragging.
Seen a few crocs. There's one sat on the rocks as we came down. There's Martin and Mike up on the beach. Just arrived today. Chilling out already.
Small baby.
Martin's been chillwell fishing in typical
chillwell.
style.
Big Chilwar Andy.
That's a nice one.
Arms outstretched, Martin.
I'll tell you what. Is this
Oh look, there's
Krishna?
Stuart.
I've got something to show you, Andy.
Yeah,
I wondered where you've been, Stu.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
just
good.
want to make it clear.
Got what?
Krishna,
There you are, it's a funny grass carp, isn't it?
Caught by one of the guides this morning.
Quite an orange colour, that one.
Yeah, it is. It is, it's nice, isn't it?
Going to be on a plate by this evening, I'm afraid.
Oh.
might be on your plate.
Yeah, that's chicken.
Fish for supper.
Fish for supper.
Definitely chicken. No, wild boar.
Wild boar.
That's definitely wild boar.
That's wild boar.
Bill's up at Kengal Rapids. Look like he's into a fish. Let's see if we can get a good zoom on him. All a bit anxious. I think it's a good fish. I think it's a good fish. He's obviously hooked it from up there. He's come down these rapids. Called Kengal, that's where we were yesterday. We didn't have a bite and Phil's gone in there and got one pretty much straight away. That's how it goes. Phil's giving it the big one. That's what the fish is stuck in just down over here. It's obviously trying to get down over into this rapid area. And Phil's obviously doing his best to try and stop it. Just holding station, so it feels like, well, it looks like it's a good fish. And Phil, put some welly into it, mate. That's it, he's shifting it. Great stuff. This is where you don't want the fish to go, because this is where we're fishing today, an area known as the chute. The water's raging through there and you've literally got no chances, Dave and Andy. That's what you're trying to stop it going through. Phil's still giving it the big one. He's up to 15 minutes now on this fight. He's making some ground now. He's gritting his teeth. The fish is moving downstream. Let's see if we can get a look at when he sees this fish. Fish shot upstream then for a minute and is working its way down, making some ground on it now. I'd expect to see this fish pretty shortly. This is what we come to India for. Chikaraju has just gone into the water. He's looking now to go in with the stringer. There's the fish. There's the fish. It is a big one. It's a big fish. I'll see if I can zoom in just as we get a better look at it. Have a look at her bending that rod, and that's a 30 to 30 pound test curve upside rod. Can't see the fish here, but Chikaraju is coming in. There it is, and he's got it. It's a whacker. It is a whacker. Phil's looking pleased as punch. He's got his huge one. See if we can get a look at this. They're just stringing, Chikaraju's just stringing it up now. There we go.
This is filled with these 82 mahseer from Kengal. Apparently it's the same fish that Andy had the other day, which is quite amazing. Same area.
I'm going on here, what? 36. Yeah, yeah. And yourself. Like it. No problem. You're going to catch one, mate. That's the one to catch. Fast walk.
Where it's been caught by someone else or not, it don't really matter.
Lovely. Okay.
Problem. He's gone.
Nige Harwood's just into one, near the end of the fight. Hooked on a crab, I believe. I got it in the thing, yeah. See if I can give you a good shot of it. There it is. It's a good fish. Shoulder's in the water, springer in hand. Look at that, beautiful sight. Coming nicely in. He's had the crab, he's got it. There he is. Hey! Well done! What you got to say to that then, Nige?
Well.
I'm just wading across with fish in hand. Sometimes they kick and they shoot away. I'll skip across. There's the Nige. He's a gallant swimmer, is Nige. Giving it away now, and it is 52 pounds. Well done, Nigel.
Nice one, Nigel.
Look at that, the main man. The awesome twosome.
Gruesome.
Never mind that, mate. What a beautiful fish. 52 pounds in weight, weighed on the T-bar. He had the traditional dunking after landing a 52. Had to be done. Fish is going to go back now. Bowler's just going to release the stringer and away we go. And that's how to do it. Textbook stuff.
Well done, Bowler.
No joy for Martin and me this morning. We fished up at Hyra. But Phil caught a great big 82-pound golden mahseer, which gave him a big thrill. And here we are back at the beach. And who do we find is occupying the beach? And in case you can't hear that voice, I'll show you where Mr. Salter is. Swimming with Andy. I think it's a stalk. Yeah, it is a stalk.
Some cows coming up into the camp. Late one afternoon. Cows with horns on them. Coming up through. Look at that, look, they're on the way to use our toilet. Home sweet home. That fence up there. Stop the elephants coming in. My humble abode. Oh, look at that. Keeping me company for the time. Hello Martin, how are you matey? There's our tea for tonight. Chicken's just free range. Go around the camp because you throw them a few grains of corn. Wring their necks and they end up in the bowl tonight. Yum yum. Let's go find some monkeys. What's he got there? Something there. Alright, actually he's not rabid. He's quite a cute little pup, but you still don't get near him. If I had my rabies jab I would have played with him, but quite a cute thing. I could do something with that dog. There's the bloaters. One of the new guys bought an airbed out with him, Mr. Cutler. Chilling out. Works for the MOD. Mr. Harwood probably asleep, mate. Here we go. The agile Cutler coming across the rocks. Nicknamed Swimmer by many.
Just nearly drowned old dear.
Nearly drowned Dave. Think of number one. Yeah, he's going to attempt to break the rod handle, his rod tip. We've got a wager at the moment on the odds on Mike going in. You can see he looks dead confident in the water. Oh, he's tying a stringer to himself. We've just got to watch this next move. Don't try it, Mike, he's being shouted. He's hanging on to the rod. It's a finely tuned athlete, is Mike. Finely tuned athlete. That's what he's been telling us all week. Now I just had him for a couple of hours. Oh, he's got his hand round the nylon. Go on, Mike. Yeah, he's got Mike on a stringer. Now the rod. Now Noise, let him go, mate, and then you know what it feels like. This is. That's right. He's just tried a similar trick with Dave, and we're just at the critical point. He let the rod go, so Dave had to swim for it. This is looking good. Cutler's in. He's being brought up. Oh, that was a precise manoeuvre with a happy ending. They're across.
We are, there's Mike at the Rapids at Bengal. We're on day 5, third pool fishing day, first time at Bengal. Mike is, as you can see, trying to look like he's drowning, but you needn't worry, he's not. He's merely posing, doing the impression of a prat. Yeah, we're going a little bit closer. Have a look at him. There he is, just his head above the water. And if we pan down slowly, you can see all the streams come together at Kengal. And that's Stuart on the rock there. Andy Cowley, Mr. Cowley, the Wiltshire dentist, caught nothing yet. And we had a couple of 80 pounders a week before we got here, so he's had his share. And there's the mad solicitor. Sad, sad man, but not hot.
Right, this just goes to prove that fishing in India isn't easy. You've got to go through the pain barrier to catch mahseer.
Looks nasty, Mike.
It's terrible, mate.
So look at the other one, mate. Is it there?
It's not as bad.
The
as
other one
the
is bad, but this is what you call advanced foot rot.
Exactly.
Fungal.
I don't know if it's foot rot or what, to be honest, but it's painful nonetheless.
It's what you come in from having shoes too tight and keeping our feet wet 16 hours a day.
It's between the toes it's worse though.
Yeah.
Between the toes it's painful.
Let's zoom in on that if we can. Ooh, that looks nasty, mate.
But
Oh dear.
you've got to go for it.
Rest of him, mate. He's keeping up a good story.
The face is worse. Hang about, hang about.
Stuart's into a fish at last. It's been, I think, 10 days since he's had a fish over £10. We're up at Kengle. He was fishing with a big chilwa bait, so that usually means that it's a fish 50 or over. At the moment the fish has gone round the rock, and Bazaraju on the other side has lifted the line over the rock, and hopefully Stuart's now going to get a bit of contact. I can hear the clutch clicking away there. Been going about 5 minutes so far. As usual, only talking about today could be the day on the way up, and hopefully this is it. Hopefully he's going to land this one, and this will be his big kipper. At the moment the fish is way down here. What we don't want is for it to go over the chute, which is this sort of line of white water here. If it goes down there, then he's off down the rapids, which it'd be nice to avoid if we possibly can. I actually hooked a 78 here a while back, 2 years ago, and that took me all the way down. But at the moment this fish is looking like it's going to stay up here in this pool. Moving the fish now. A couple of other guys are watching up here as well. Martin is, what is he doing? Giving it some real welly now. He's direct to the fish now, so he can afford to give it a little bit more. As you can see, there's a pretty healthy bend in the rod there. Gonna go walkabout now. Try and get a better position for getting the fish in. Really don't want it to go over that sheet. Just getting the stringer out now, so Bolo will be ready. When it comes, really give it a bit of stick now. Smile from Stuart there. Happy man at last. I had two big fish early in the trip, and Stu's been very, very patiently waiting for it to happen. He's had a few opportunities which he's missed, but not good opportunities. He's not hooked and lost fish, he just missed a few bites. But he's obviously making this one count. I'm hoping it doesn't go down the chute, because if it does, I'm certainly not going to follow with Stuart's camera. It's very difficult getting a lot through the water down here. But it has got a huge capacity zoom on it, so even if he does have to go walk about, hopefully I can still get most of the fight. That is a big fish. Just saw it wallowing. There it is. Going out on another run now, taking line again. We're now 15 minutes into the scrap, and he's had it in close once and it's powered off again. But the fish is obviously tiring. I think Stuart is as well. It's certainly a game fish, this one. It's giving Stu the run around. As long as he doesn't try and rush it, we'll be fine. Just got to be patient with these things. Bowler giving directions there. Bowler desperate, doesn't want to lose this fish as well, because he's had a lot of fish lost this season. So he'll be very keen to see this on the bank. Come on, the battery low signal is flashing. I'm just hoping we're going to get this. Come on, Bowler. Get that stringer in. Yes! Joe, what have you got to say for yourself? A long time coming. It certainly was. Worth waiting for. That's a beaut. Just lead the fish back in towards the bank now, and we'll be able to get set up for some pictures. One very happy Stuart. We're up at Kengal. Stu's just landed a big fish on a chilwa. It's a 42. Absolutely stunning looking fish. Real long fish, real scrapper.
10 days without a bite and then this.
10 days without a bite, he says. Look at that, what a fish. What a fish. Yeah, 10 days without a bite.
Yeah.
Each day you're thinking it's going to happen, and it doesn't, and then suddenly, bang, there it is. Tremendous fish. Long, lean fighting machine, that one.
Great fight. Beautiful.
Stunning fish.
Absolutely
Stunning
lovely.
fish.
Just going to let this one go now. Rest her up for a few minutes. Just so smooth. Just so smooth. We'll walk right to the river now, yeah? Just walk right now.